Hello ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday, June 10th, and it is also incredibly hot here, even though it is slightly cloudy and the sun has gone back behind the trees. It is really hot! So this is going to be a garden update, and little tidbits on the garden. There's a couple interesting things going on. I have one imposter chili that's sitting over there. I have a mystery plant that may or may not kill me, and also we have transplanted one of the tomatoes that we saved into its permanent home. So I'm going to be going over all that today, guys, and just going over the garden. And the reason I mentioned it was hot, guys, is because like I was debating whether or not I should water my plants every single day, because like some of them were like actually wilting when I came out to water them, even though like I water them, like I soak these guys so well because I know like it's so hot. But like I was debating like whether I should do that, and I actually ended up doing that for the past week or so for that one of the squash over there. But I'll talk to you guys about that when we get to it. But yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and get on with the garden update, guys, so I don't bore you with talking so much. So these are the cherry tomatoes that we planted here in zone 2, and you'll see some of them in here. You'll see. All right, so there's batches all over the place. You know, there's some inside, there's some under, there's a little red one right there. Usually the little ones I give to my chickens just because they could get more out of it than I do. See, there's some in there. Then these are the ones that we saved. See, this guy got a little bit too long, but I don't know if I'm gonna end up transplanting these guys or not, but I ended up transplanting one of them, so that was cool. And as we move on down here, you guys could see some of the bigger tomatoes. These are the beef masters. So like, see, larger and larger tomatoes. So those are actually really cool. And now that they're bigger. All right, let me show you guys the imposter chili. Reason I say it's an imposter, guys, check this out. What do those look like to you? They look kind of like bell peppers, right? Okay, they look kind of like bell peppers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been thinking, these are Tabasco peppers. These are the Tabasco peppers that I planted in here. Some of them, let me see, because I was looking at them earlier. Okay, right here. That right there, okay, look at, it's kind of hard to see, but there's those little stickly ones. Those do not look like those, all right? I don't know, guys. I don't know what Tabasco peppers look like, but I feel like this guy is an imposter and he's actually a sweet pepper, but I'm not sure. Maybe these are Tabasco peppers. That may just be my ignorance coming in. But that's that. All right, guys. So then we have the chili super hots. I actually had one of my friends try these the other day. They tried one maybe around that size, and they each took a bite of it, like half and half, and they were hurting, guys. They were hurting pretty bad. They were like, I need milk. He needs some milk, and they ended up going inside and grabbing some milk because it was incredibly hot. So I'm happy, and a lot of these guys, well, not a lot, but some of them are starting to turn red now. There's a couple red ones in there, a couple red ones. There's still not a whole lot, but I mean, it's something. And I'm gonna wait till at least 50% of them turn red before I pick them, just so I could get a whole bunch, and I'm not just having like a couple here and there. All right, guys, now we get on to the Santa Fe Grandes. Now these guys, they're probably the prettiest looking out of all the chilies that I have so far. Just the yellow accents compared to the green leaves. It's so pretty looking at those guys. Look at all those in there. There's, oh man, there's probably like 4 dozen on here. One, you know, 6, I don't know. There's probably a whole lot, but like these plants are humongous as well. So I'm happy about that, guys. Now we get to the tomatillos. All right, so now the tomatillos, I've noticed this guy's starting to turn a little bit yellow. I'm not sure, that's probably a nutrient deficiency, but guys, honestly, I end up feeding most of these to my chickens just because like I don't have any chilies ready yet to make salsa, so I just end up feeding all the tomatillos to my chickens, and they eat them all. So I mean, it's not going to waste, and I'm happy about that. So that's that, guys. Now we get to the big gems. I actually picked a couple of these guys today because they weren't looking that good. You'll see this one's kind of got it. A lot of my chilies this year are getting, my friend calls it rot. I'm not sure that's what it is, but they got like brown markings on them, and they don't look that tasty, although I'm pretty sure they're perfectly edible. So I ended up giving a bunch of those to my chickens as well. But you'll see a couple of them down here, like, look at that one. That's a pretty one. And then there's a couple more in here. Maybe these guys, there's a couple of them that have barely started flowering, so hopefully we're gonna get more. Now these plants are humongous, so I don't expect them to take very long to grow. Oh, and here's another one. You'll see that's what I'm talking about, the little brown spots. But yeah. Alright guys, now we get on to the fuzzy serrano chilies. Now these guys have actually started growing a little bit bigger. These are some of the biggest ones. Check, hold on. Excuse me. Check those guys out. Nice, huh? I like how these guys look and how they feel. They're very, very fuzzy. So that's that, guys. And then the little baby habaneros. These guys have barely started putting on their flowers. They have a couple flowers here and there. Oh my goodness, what is that? Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice that one until right now. Is that a habanero? I'm not sure how habaneros grow. I've never grown them before. Maybe that is one. As far as I know, habaneros are slightly squishy and small, and they look all bunched up. But that one kind of looks like the hot Fresnos we were looking at earlier. Maybe another imposter. Only time will tell for these guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it for zone 2. Let's go on to the other ones. Let me show you guys the squash I was talking about, because these guys have actually taken off over the last couple of days. Okay, so you obviously know we have one big squash and another squash, and they have their squash fruit. I'm actually gonna pick these tomorrow probably. There's a couple of them there, but there's a couple of them that have started doing really well. This one, see, he's got a little long little yellow squash. Another one here. This guy's actually getting pretty big. This guy as well, it kind of looks like one big plant, but it's not. It's split down the middle like that. This guy's got a whole bunch of squashies. Squashies. They have a whole bunch of them. Oh yeah, and guys, something's been eating my grape and has been eating this. Look at, there's just a big chunk just taken out of this guy. Something was eating him. I cannot find out what, and something's eating the grape too. I'll show you guys that as well. Oh, trees. Okay, here is the purple plum as well as the apple tree. My dad was talking about this one. This guy's a monster. He really is. Crazy apple tree. All right, guys, now we get onto this little bucket of, for some reason, very, very small tomatoes. I do not know why. I've plucked all the tomatoes from them. They're right next to those guys, and those guys are monstrous, and these guys just want to stay small. I have no idea why. But yeah, they have a couple tomatoes on them. See a couple more tomatoes. But, you know, I kind of expected these guys to be bigger. I don't know why they're so small. But that's that, guys. All right, and we picked the last of the apricots. There's absolutely no apricots left on this tree. No netting. I actually ended up catching a couple birds in the netting by accident, but I released them, don't worry. And they were fine. But we have no netting on the apricot tree anymore, so it looks very pretty. It's kind of like if I had like trees on this side, that'd be cool looking. I apologize for the dogs barking, guys. You guys know how much I hate those dogs. They bark for no reason. Okay, now you get to see the little dude that we transplanted. he's very all alone there. But the guy in the middle, he wasn't looking that good. He looked kind of sickly, so I ended up pulling him before any of the sickness started to spread to the other tomatoes, and I replaced him with one of the healthiest looking little dudes that we had saved. So yeah, guys, I'll put a cage on him once he gets a little bit bigger, or maybe I should put it on now. I have the cage here. Let me just put it on now before he gets too big for the cage. This is the one that was on the old tomato. So let's do this guy like this. How about that? We'll put him like that, just so he could be a little bit different and someone could stab their eye going and pick up tomatoes. Hopefully that doesn't happen. All right, guys. So now we get onto the membrillos. Oh, we're gonna get our friends over here. Let me finish this quick. Guys, there's really long watermelons growing out of here. Probably the biggest watermelon that we've had so far. Super awesome. And then flowers coming off of the eggplants, and the very, very healthy eggplants that are utilizing their mini tomato cages. So that's cool. You can see all the flowers. It's really hard to, move these guys in and out of the tomato cages. I was doing that earlier because they poke you. They poke you real bad. But that's that. No eggplants. Oh, a couple eggplants. Well, kind of. They're like in the transition stage between flower and eggplants. So that's happening. And then we have a watermelon growing. So that's awesome. I think that's is that a flower? That's a flower. That was a flower, guys. So we're gonna get a couple watermelons this year. And then the membrillos, the quince. This one starting to look kind of like pears, actually. See? Looks kind of like a pear. All right, guys. A couple more boxes to go. I promised my brother I'd finish this in like 20 minutes because he's got to do some yard work and he was making noise. So hopefully I could get through this quicker than the other ones, but also give you guys a full-length feature film of my garden. All right, guys. So now we get onto the chile de árbol. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Oh, focus. Oh my goodness, look at those. Look at how beautiful these guys are. Look at all green and pointy. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Little watermelon friends that just decided to sprout up. A squash, it seems. Yep, this is almost definitely a squash that decided, or no, not a squash, a pumpkin decided to, you know, pop up. A giant cantaloupe that just, you know, grabbed on, and he grabbed onto the fence of all things. So I'm happy about that. We have our cayenne peppers that are out here growing very long and down to the ground. Like, look at that. Look at that, guys. Let's compare that to my finger, because that's always one of my favorite things to do. Look at that. Crazy little dudes. All right, so that's that. Oh, guys, now let me show you the... All right, you guys remember this mystery plant? There's a ginger mint under here. All right, there's a ginger mint in this bucket, and that's what I planted. But this guy came with him. I do not know what it is. And I asked my dad if I should eat these, and he said no. But it's like a little berry. Let me focus. Okay, it's a little berry. And let me squish it. It's got like seeds inside. I'm not sure if I should be eating it or what, but there's a whole bunch of them on here. And there's most of them already. They're little black, purple, like dark purple berries. And I kind of want to eat one, but I don't want it to die, you know? You feel me? Like, it's a curiosity. Okay, never mind. Well, that's that. All right, guys, so now we get on to our jalapenos. Jalapenos, there's a whole bunch of them down here. Let me show you guys. Little jalapenos in there. Let me show you guys jalapenos in here. Little one right here. Cute little jalapenos. And then we have our hot Fresnos right here. These guys are probably my second favorite looking besides the Santa Fe Grandes that are down there. These guys, they grow upwards and they're really cool looking. Like, you look at all these guys and you see, man, that's cool. That's cool looking. See, they're all in here. So I'm happy about that. And then these cantaloupes are doing great as well. I think he's about to grab the fence going that way. And then we have a couple of them out here. These guys are just kind of trailing underneath. But I'm probably gonna, once they get a little bit longer, push them towards the fence and wrap them around the fence so they could grab that. And we have our hidden secret peaches that no one knows except me. I'm the only one that knows about these secret peaches that are under here. And then this limb is just like dangling here. It's way too heavy, but they're kind of just dangling. There's a couple of them around here, but I'm the only one that knows, so I gotta keep it under wraps. All right, so now we get on to here. I picked a couple of these guys because they were suffering from that rot I was telling you about, and I just gave them to my chickens. They don't really eat them, but I'm pretty sure something will eat them. So that's that. But there's a couple. Look at this guy. Look at how big this bell pepper is. He's humongous. Look at their humongous guys. Look at that. And then we have our orange suns. These guys don't seem to be as big, but they seem to be more plentiful. Understand what I mean? See? Let's compare that to my hand. See? He doesn't look as big when it doesn't have something to compare it to. But they're gigantic, and I love them. I love them to death. Oh, they're throwing stuff at me because they want me to finish. All right, guys, let me finish this real quick. Something was eating my grape. I do not know what was eating my grape, but something was. You see, I've been trying to come out here. Well, I do come out here about every day and check on these guys, but something is eating him, and I'm not sure what. So that makes me kind of sad, but he'll live. He's a very, very healthy plant. So that's that. And then, guys, the piece de resistance from my garden in this garden update. Are you guys ready, ladies and gentlemen? Wha-bam! Check it out. All of the plums that are about to be ready, almost ready. Oh my goodness, I just touched the tree and it like is getting ready to collapse. Like, it is so bent right now because of all the weight of this thing. I don't fear that it's going to break, but it is bending. And guys, look at how awesome these guys look. Oh, they look so adorable. They're like something out of a Pokemon game where you go and like pick berries. And this is what you would see in like a real life Pokemon game where you go and like you pick the berries. At least in my mind. So yeah, guys, now on to the last box, guys. Here, let me go around the side. Here are the New Mexico number 6, the long green chilies. This one's actually got the most out of all of them. They're good, like maybe like 5 inches. Right there. Something like that. But they're on there. They're getting ready to be ready. And that's that. Alright guys, this is a shorter garden update than all the other ones, but I was trying to finish just to be considerate for my brother. And if you made it this long, congratulations and thank you for watching. Because, yeah, I'm not sure if anyone really watches all of my garden updates all the way through. But if you do, if you guys do, I really appreciate it, like, honestly, because it just makes me feel good that someone's actually watching. Alright guys, so that being said, thank you all for watching. And I hope you all enjoyed this garden update, even though it's really hot and it's middle of June. It's even like the sun is down, guys, and it's probably like 85, 90 degrees still. It's super hot, and it's not even like, good thing it's not humid, but I mean, it's just hot. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.